is being broadcasted around the world without you being aware of it. Next slide, please. Right. Today, we might wonder how good is analytics in marketing, right? It is not about just internet experience or high-tech companies like a Google, Cisco, or any of the companies like Microsoft who is using analytics. It has been used by all our normal, even wholesale business as well, right? So if you remember earlier days when we used to have a mom and pop store, right? What we can call it as a neighborhood anachi kadai, right? He knows what you buy, he knows what is your preferences, he knows your stock level, and he knows when you are going to run out of goods, and he can also be a promoter of the new products whatever is coming to our market. But today, our purchase preferences have changed. Now, today we walk into large scale stores and malls. There are hyper stores available. To give an example, there is a hyper store called Target, one of the largest uh, hyper stores chains in US. They do a business of about $78 billion. So what they do is that every time you buy something and when you are checking out, we would have normally seen that the store fellow asks you for your mobile number. So what they do with the mobile number is that they are able to map all your purchases, whatever you do, to a mobile number. They will use it for further analysis, right? Target, what used to do is they used to take your credit card number, they take your name, email address, and other things, right? And they collect which store you were purchasing it from, and they kind of link all your history of purchases. So for us, it may look like we bought some few kilos of rice and few kilos of sugar and all the stuff. But however, the marketer sitting behind the engine, they were able to analyze and they do a lot of correlation effort. What they do is they are able to figure out if you're closer to exams, you buy a lot of stationery products, you buy a lot of pen, pencil, rubber, and all, right? And if you're going towards a festival, you are buying a lot of sugar, a lot of ghee, a lot of uh, like mundri purple, all the stuff we keep buying all the stuff, right? Everything what you buy, they're able to analyze it and they know exactly what you buy, what is your preferences, even whatever we use in household like detergent, soaps, perfumes, or any of our makeup kit items. Everything they have information about it, and then what they do is they keep creating that using the correlated data. They were able to create special offers for you and keep mailing it to you, right? So, I mean, I've seen that same similar experience in Mumbai itself. Even if you walk into a petty shop, especially if it is run by Gujarati, that person will be able to tell you exactly what you bought last time and what is your preference. I used to be a smoker once upon a time. I mean, I don't have to keep asking for the same stuff again and again. The moment I walk in, this fellow will know how much quantity I buy, which brand of cigarettes I used to consume, and that person used to give it exactly that. Or it can be like, it can be halls or it can be anything that goes along with it. The person takes all this thing and gives it in one package. So when you get somebody who's able to analyze your behavior and give you the similar experiences without you being asked, then you start building an affinity towards a particular store, and we keep buying it from that again and again and again, right? So what they used to do is they analyze a lot of data that is coming out of the customer purchases. I will give one example of how Target has used it. They even created something called pregnancy prediction store. Please remember, it is a supermarket, it is a mall, it is a hypermarket, right? There is no way they are running any pregnancy test kits or anything in their store, right? However, depending on the products what people purchase, they were able to create a pattern out of the 25 products people normally buy, right? And they were able to create that this person is likely to be pregnant. For example, the first trimester, women buy a lot of vitamin supplements, especially US where there is a lot of individualism. People definitely they are they have to be self-sufficient on their own in terms of healthcare and all this stuff, right? நம்ம ஊர்ல தான் வந்து பிரெக்னென்ட் ஆனாங்கன்னா அம்மா வீட்டுக்கு போவாங்க. யூஎஸ்ல they manage it everything till the delivery time. So right, during the first semester, they used to buy a lot of zinc, magnesium, nutrition supplements, and all the stuff. They used to do that. During second summer trimester, they analyzed and figured out that they buy a lot of unscented lotions, primarily because women during the initial stages of pregnancy they used to have a lot of uh, vaitu vandi, in the so many things used to happen. So they avoid all heavily scented products. They go for normally scented lotions. During the third trimester, they figured out that they even go for scent-free soap, especially for the babies, cotton balls, especially to clean up the kid and all that, hand sanitizers and all the stuff. and they were able to correlate all this product, and they were able to accurately predict that 87% of the customers could be pregnant, right? Basis the purchase pattern, they were able to do that. If Target can do that and figure out what could be you could be doing in your lifestyle, imagine what they will be doing otherwise, right? Depending on your life stage, newly employed, right? Getting people getting their early salary, people approaching their exams, right? So on and so forth. They have people getting in for celebration. People, there is an IPL season happening. So then, what do people normally do? Or there is a weekend coming in. Now that you cannot go out and watch TV, then what do? You watch movies in Netflix or something, right? So all this kind of data is being analyzed, and they create special pattern, and they give you special offers for each of the product that can be correlated with your purchase. Today, this is being done big time by Flipkarts, Amazon, Snapdeals of the world, right? Target used to do it way back about even about 10 years back itself. The interesting anecdote is that uh, one of the time a person, maybe a father, walked into the store, and that person was yelling at the store manager, "Hey, you are spoiling my daughter. You are keep sending across offers for baby products to my daughter." And the store manager didn't know, because all the offers were sent centrally by the analytical engine and through automated email means. Later, the father realized that his daughter is indeed pregnant, and the father was not even aware of. But Target knew that the girl has been pregnant, and she has been making a lot of purchase related to pregnancy, and father was not aware, but Target was aware. And that's the reason father was very upset about Target trying to position their uh, products which are related to pregnancy to his daughter. Later, the father came and apologized to the store, and kind of did that stuff. So this is the power today. Analytics is happening today. So anybody know what is the day today? It is Farmers' Day, right? Today, even analytics is employed in marketing of farm goods as well. Today, they can know exactly which crop is there in which territory, what is the rainfall, what is the sunshine, and is it likely to yield to a good crop output, or is it going to be a bad output? With that, they are able to predict the farm prices as well. That is the level in which people are using analytics, not just in marketing but everywhere else. Next slide, madam.
Yes, sir.
Right. How do people use analytics? There are different types of analytics. I'm trying to quickly run through. First is that what is called as a descriptive analytics. It is primarily used for knowing and understanding what happened. What happened. Basically, it is like, you're trying to visualize yesterday what happened, last week what happened, last 1 month what has been the trends, and it is presenting in a way that people can understand what happened in the past, and with that information they are able to predict the future as well, right? That requires a lot of data mining in terms of, say, for example, purchase of products and all this stuff, right? Second type of analytics is called diagnostic. Diagnostic is primarily like why it happened. Like we go to a diagnostics uh, medical diagnostic center for doing our blood test. We can take X-rays and all this, right? All the stuff, right? That diagnostic will tell you why it happened, right? That gives you a lot of insights. Basis the data on what happened, it also analyzes and tells you more about why it happened. For example, we have tools like root cause analysis and what if analysis. Root cause analysis tries to figure out why something happened, right? What if analysis tells you, gives you various scenarios. If this is the output you are getting in some case, what if you are changing the parameters, then what happens to the output? They are able to give a prediction of what is going to happen. That also brings you the next level, what is called uh, predictive. Predictive essentially takes the data from descriptive and diagnostic, and it will give you insight onto what will happen in the future, right? With that tools, people can take a decision. They can do a lot of simulation. Today, simulation is used everywhere, including farming, including agriculture, including business games, right? And with that, they are able to do some regression and figure out what could be the likely output, right? For example, today the Ministry of Finance gives you projection of what could be the GDP in the next coming 1 year, 2 year, kind of stuff. We have a lot of reports like Gartner, who keep giving you predictions as to what will be the likely future new technologies that are going to happen. I think students should take a look at the Gartner hype cycle to accurately forecast what is the technology you should bet on currently, to ensure that by the time you land out of the course, you can get the expertise in those areas and look for your next employment. Next one is the prescriptive analysis. It ideally tells you what should be, right? Essentially, it gives you insights as to what happened. It gives you helps you make a decision, and it also gives you prescription as what type of action you should take it. Yes, especially it is used in the operations management for optimization of various tools. It gives you heuristics, which means it is a rudimentary form of artificial intelligence where you have can create some rule-based system, and you can always use it for helping make a decision. For example, it can be like uh, automobile. It is extensively used in heuristics is used in automobiles, especially the self-driving cars and all that stuff. The last one, the most evolving area is the artificial intelligence. How do I replace or enhance the human capability for taking reason? Basically, what we do is we what is called as a training set. We give a data to them and say that if this is the cause and this is the effect, and we can give the few parameters to that, and the machine will apply the learning, and it does what is called as a self-learning. And next time when you are going to go and ask, give similar inputs to that, you don't have to give them any kind of human intervention required. The machine takes a decision on its own automatically. So it is also called natural language processing. Your handwriting, you have to give them few of your handwriting samples, and thereafter, even if you write paragraphs and paragraphs, it is able to automatically pick it up. We are using it for extensive areas like photography, especially doing KYC, know your customer, right? We can pick up, read a document, extract the values out of it, convert whatever is written or drawn into an image. We can take the values out of it. For example, it can read your license and automatically extract the characters, and it can be fed into a database, right? So there are various areas, various tools which are available in analytics, which are being employed by marketers everywhere. For example, descriptive will be essentially about marketing part of, especially the sales part of it. You are able to know what happened, what has been the trend we have been following, and it will also accurately tell you why it happened. Is the competitor did something special? Did they launch a new product, or was there an advertisement before there was a sales spike, right? And it can also tell you, okay, if I do this, what will happen next? Cause and effect. We are able to use it through predictive analysis, and it will also help you as marketers help us figure out what should be the ideal marketing mix. Should we use what kind of promotion should we use? How much money should we put in each of the various tools of marketing available? And today, artificial intelligence is mostly used for gathering information about a customer behavior, and giving accurate recommendations as to what should be the ideal thing we should promote to the customer. Next slide, ma'am. So I think we're skipping one more. Previous one. Okay. If as a student, now I am addressing a college student, you understand some basics of how what are the analytics thing all about. What should be the mindset if you want to pursue a career in analytics? Like anything else, like any other career option, analytics also requires certain level of mindset. Essentially, what I call it as a 7W1H framework. Essentially, you need to know, be very, very inquisitive about why something happens this way. Okay, somebody is speaking.
No, you can continue, Vishy. You can continue.
So we have the person should have a very inquisitive character to know why something happened, why does something happen this way, okay, why something. It has to be a very, very scientific bent of mind. And second is that identify who did it, who did what. It can be like any of the areas in analytics. It can be even election prediction, or what is called as cephalogist, right? It also helps you understand who does what, why, what happened. I mean, there is the third W, which is essentially trying to understand what happens, what is the cause, what is the root cause. And finally, you also can ask about, okay, this event happened, when did it happen, what was the preceding event. You are able to draw an inference along a time frame axis, and you are able to say, when this happens, what will be the likely outcome. For example, suddenly there are rainfall, there are cyclones in Tamil Nadu, means what will be the likely outcome. If there is a COVID like pandemic situation, what is the likely outcome? And next one is where. Where is especially the geographical orientation or the spatial orientation, where you are trying to figure out where does this even happen? Why does this? Where is it happening specifically? Can I draw an inference about? why something is different in Dindigul as against maybe Kodaikanal or any of those other towns surrounding that, and which is like how much, which and how are basically driving deep into figuring out why something happened, uh, which could be the likely reason, what could be the likely reason, and all this. Essentially, if you are able to ask more questions and not stop, not get satisfied yourself by saying that at Aptidan, don't do that. So ask more questions, try to understand why something happens this way, and you need to be passionate about trying to improve your life or other people's life by way of a habit. Then you can kind of call yourself that yes, I have a mindset for analytics. I mean, it's not absolutely necessary that one has to be numerically very stronger. uh, Especially companies will look at, do you have a customer obsession, you want to improve the life of a customer, you want to improve the experience levels of a customer, then we can always do it. And there are other learning skill areas which are required, like critical thinking, analyzing deeply. Critical thinking, in typical terminology, we can call it as pahutarivu, correct? So that is very very important to know why something happens, trying to divide and analyze and figure out why something happens this way. Other areas, curiosity, I already explained. Collaboration, it is not like you are going to live in some isolation, you are definitely going to live in a society, team of people. You need to collaborate more and help people understand. And most importantly, communication. You got a great breakthrough idea, but if you're not able to communicate effectively to your management or to your people, then the entire idea will can kind of go out of the loop. Next one. Okay. Then I'm sure most of the English dailies carry a lot of graphs nowadays. The first one is how the Sensex has moved over a period of time, and you have COVID related graphs everywhere. So somebody who's going to pursue a career in analytics, you should be more visual. You should be able to interpret things, what is being stated, and you need to be very very obsessed with going through the data instead of going through hunches or going through making some assumptions about something and kind of trying to validate it. You should be able to look for data, analyze it, and then take a confirmation, and then figure out. Uh, I mean, what could be the likely reason and all this. Then you can say that the quality of analytics, what you do, will become really strong, and that will stand the test of time. So if you can see that there are various graphs, the last one, which is there in the sellout, is not a graph. That is a Tiruvannamalai temple, Arunachala hill, which also looks like a graph if you really put it. The one to the left, the graph in the middle, is the COVID graph of India. I mean, suddenly it occurred that the graph looked like a Arunachala mountain to me, so I thought I'll put it over here. I mean, this kind of, I can call it as an abstraction. You are able to link multiple things and try to extract a different new insight out of it. The next one. So I'm kind of coming to a close. Analytics is definitely an important area. Data sciences is one of the highly paid jobs nowadays. There are a lot of courses available. The next one. So if you want to learn more about analytics, just Google it. It's free. Next one. I mean, Google doesn't give anything free. Not exactly. They take a lot of information about you before giving you any such information. So I am done with my presentation. Dr. Mani, is it okay if we can take questions or something? If we have
Yeah,
time?
Vishy, thank you very much for your fabulous presentation. Um, Especially how our data is taken by Google and the store experience and the teenager's case. She got pregnant, daddy has to fire the shopkeeper. So all those were interesting. I like to tell you one more data here. Students, even recruiters nowadays, they can surf in social media. What are you viewing in social media? Okay, so students looking out for a recruitment, be careful what you do in social media. That also is tapped. Okay, so it was a very good start, Vishy. Okay, I think it was a beautiful presentation. Thank you for spending out your time. Your journey with PSNA, I think almost 20 plus years. You are a very good supporter of PSNA. We expect your support in all aspects. Vishy, I'll just any questions. Vishy has to leave by 10. He has his own busy schedule. Lavanya,
Sir, yes, sir.
is there any question in the chat box?
No, sir.
Okay. Vishy, I think there is no question, Vishy, because your presentation was very, very simple and very clear. So that is the beauty aspect of your presentation, Vishy. Thank you, Vishy. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Mani.
Thank you. Thank you for your
Thank
kind
you.
cooperation,
And
Vishy. Thank you.
it's been my
On behalf of my department and the institution, thank you, Vishy.
thank you, Mani. It's my pleasure to interact with the students. I look forward to more such opportunities. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vishy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Dear students, with that we come to the end of the keynote address, the first keynote address of the inaugural function. Right now, I think our second guest has already is inside.
Yes,
Mr. Ganesh.
yes.
Ganesh, welcome, Ganesh.
Yes. Am I audible to you?
You are audible. And dear participant, he is Mapillai of our hometown. So that is the privilege we have. Okay. Lavanya, a quick
Yes, sir.
intro on Ganesh, please.
Yes, sir. A conference is a celebration of knowledge. With over 20 years of experience, he has a unique blend of expertise in business transformation and scaling business. An ardent orator who has mesmerized people of varying caliber with his intellect and charm. I wish to extend my warm welcome to Mr. Ganesh Kumar Ramanathan, Cisco Bangalore. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, again, like Vishy, Ganesh also is not new to our department. Many times he has visited our institute and he was our chief guest for a student symposium by name Benicio. Okay. Ganesh, it is very, very difficult to reach him out. Such a busy guy sitting in Bangalore. Okay. We are DOMS guys because we all belong to DOMS family, Madurai Kamaraj University. I think Dr. Ravichandran also is inside. Our professor and mentor is also inside. It's a really a proud moment to look at Mr. Ganesh Kumar. Right now, he is taking care of small businesses at Cisco Technologies. Now, without wasting much of your time, session over to you, Ganesh.
Thanks, Professor Manimaran. I need to acknowledge that it is very difficult to give that Professor Manimaran like that. I'll try to be as
No, you call me as
compliant
Mani.
as possible.
You call me as Mani. That is more than enough.
And a big pranams to Dr. Ravichandran, if he is audible, if he is there in the group. Sir, we are just trying to put a piece of what you taught us. Dr. Ravi, are you there?
No problem, Ganesh. You
Right.
can continue.
I'll keep going, and then moment he is available, maybe we can hear his voice. It would be lovely to hear from him. Host has disabled attendee sharing. So how do I share my presentation?
Just a moment, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Just one moment, Ganesh.
Sure. Take it up. You're using my competitive platform. I think I need to move you to Cisco WebEx.
So can you share now, sir?
Yes, I will try right now.
Ganesh, but Chinese products are always user friendly, Ganesh.
We'll talk about it. No, it still says host disabled.
Okay, just a moment, sir.
Lavanya, have you done it, Lavanya?
So now I have done, sir. So can
Ganesh?
you try now?
Okay, I'm going to give it a try. Yes, it's coming now.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Lavanya. And
Thank
thank
you,
you
sir.
very much, Lavanya, for reducing my age by 4 to 5 years, saying that I'm a 20-year-old experience. Right? So that gives a hint.
Yes,
And
sir.
See, Mappilais have to be young. You are Dindigul Mappilai.
yeah, right. We'll talk about it when I'm there later part of this month. Yes. Right. So the topic that, and of course, today's meeting is all about the role of artificial intelligence in marketing, and we'll call it as AI, so that it's easy and saves some time. Right? It's a very one of the hot topics that's happening in the industry, with so much of digital explosion on the content, data, and everything that you see around in your own lives and in your own work lives. The explosion of data is making it the role of the AI very critical to be successful by any marketer. Now, instead of saying role of AI, I would put that as marketing powered by AI, because today we have come to a stage where marketing without AI, right, becomes a little meaningless. The reason is it's so integral when you adopt a digital and a social media strategy. It is so inherent and that you need to have a powered by AI strategy for your marketing activities. Else, you're wasting so much of human time, as well as be less productive and accurate, less accurate when you target your customers. So we are going to take that the marketing is powered by AI, and for you as students, I have tried to give a synopsis of what is running around in this part of the world. How are companies looking at it? Though it is not supposed to be completely covering everything that's possible, because it's very wide, requires a separate course by itself. But trying to give everything in half an hour's time, that's the challenge your professor Manimaran has given it to me, and I'll try to do justice to that. So this is the evolution. Why are we talking about this? Traditional marketing in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s talked about brand focused, media driven, maybe to some level reaching out to your hands and ears and eyes through the televisions and audio radios and papers, inserts, billboards, whatnot. Right? They all had kept on improving to reach out to your eyes, your homes, etc. We saw multiple varieties of that. Then came in the advent of the millennium. Then slowly the digital, as a word, after the internet started coming out, digital marketing started coming in. Then it became more and more personalized. When the internet, with the advent of the internet, it became so very personalized. And we thought we have reached the stage of advertisements and campaigns and promos and marketing offers, etc., coming personally into it. Actually, people got really disturbed, saying that, are we getting privacy issue? Now comes in the last 3 to 5 years, actually, I would put that as an explosion. You're having Alexa at home, Google Homes at home. What do you think they're doing? They're listening to everything that you say. They listen to every word you say. If they don't listen, when you call them Alexa, how would they know that you're calling them? Which means everything that you utter in the hall, in your bedrooms, in your dining rooms, are being listened by these companies. Don't jump too much saying privacy, data privacy. The moment you put your finger on a Samsung or a Korean brands or a Chinese brands as your way of logging into your mobile phones, you have shared everything, including maybe your DNA as well, to these companies. So you don't have any privacy. So let's not even talk about data privacy. People get a misnomer saying my data is breached. It's a crap story, actually, because the moment you have your password stored in a Vivo cloud or a OnePlus cloud or a Samsung cloud, it can be hacked, and the data would be accessed by anybody who would want to think about in this world, with particularly the kind of a cyber attacks that's happening. So let's not get there. What is more important is the marketing is becoming so very delivered to your hand now, and you are glued to your hand because your phone is in the hand, and every apps, every social media that you have are powered by your phones, powered your mobile devices, powered by your IoT devices, powered by your smart watches, smart glasses, whatever you call them, right? And the list is never ending, growing and growing and growing. So today, the marketers are able to use very specific marketing campaigns powered by AI. Well, we'll talk about it. Why AI in this? Where does a digital marketing and the AI blend together, and why it is required? Why is this required? Is it a buzzword? Definitely not. Definitely not. Something which is concrete and impactable to for the next at least 5-10 years till you find another new word. But let us be very clear. It is going to be automated intelligence and artificial intelligence. Both are going to be coming more and more closer together to deliver the impact of the next decade. I will not talk beyond that because I have no clue of what will happen in 2031. But definitely the decade coming forward is going to be integration of AI, which I talked about, both automated as well as artificial intelligences coming together to power the marketing business. So when it happens, it can take any amount of data. Why? Because you're already cluttered. Today, in 2018, 2019, 2020, the generation that is coming in, let's say, college and the post-graduation, are digitally cluttered already. You have so many things running in your mind. And last thing that you want to hear is somebody calling from Bangalore and Dr. Manimaran punishing you with the conference right at 10 o'clock in the morning. You would be wondering whether it all matters to you. But here, that's why I said, like I would be just throwing a pointer to you why AI is here to stay and how currently people are looking at it. And the next couple of years, definitely the usages that I'm going to talk about is going to power the businesses. So if you guys are going to pass out, which I believe would be first year and second year students over here as audiences, and of course the faculty over here who might be doing researchers, right? This is definitely of an area of interest to you as marketers, as financiers, as manufacturing consultants or production management people, whatever you are choosing in your specific thing. AI matters to you, including finance, including manufacturing, including HR. I'm not going to cover about that, but then open for discussion later. In this race, right? Reach, act, convert, engage. The first important step is to plan how do you make this race happen to address the digitally cluttered mind. And here we're talking about a variety of options available for the digitally cluttered mind. I don't know as a marketer whether you will be looking at your YouTube, whether you will be looking at your Twitter, whether you will be looking at Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp. I don't know, to be honest. And what I know is that everything that you're doing everywhere. The biggest challenge for a marketer is today the targeted audiences are not just in one platform, are not just in one city. You're connecting using Zoom, you're connecting using other chats. We don't know which asset you will be using. So how do we dynamically plan? What happens is when you use these many assets, you're leaving a trail of data, trail of choices, trail of impacts. And that, when you adopt all digital strategies, or I can put in saying that, my goal is the least botheration for you as a customer. But my goal is to reach out to you at the best way with the most effective way. You are a consumer, you are a business guy. Today, actually speaking, I'm a prosumer. Dr. Ravi taught us in 94, 96 region, prosumer. But that time, I think the prosumer was limited. Today, in true sense, it is happening. Amazon is starting for business. Amazon.com is starting for business unit. Why? Because they feel it's a blur. People want to just use the same platform, same experience as Amazon is. And also buy for their enterprises, for their customers. And particularly since I handle SMB as a business, small business as a unit, we see a lot of blur of business decisions, business purchases happening through a consumer platform. So Amazon for Business is clocking a very rapid speed growth. And in US, it's a multi-billion-dollar business. We're talking 100+ billion-dollar businesses. So, and it is growing at a rate which is like unprecedented within even Amazon's growth itself. So the audiences are becoming prosumer, which means you don't exhibit. Like, for example, we don't exhibit personal laptop, official laptop. They're all gone. I have so much of personal content in my laptop. Why? Because I keep working on this for almost 16, 17, 18, whatnot, hours a day. So there is no differentiation available. As long as you don't store anything that is against the law, anything that is objectionable in content, perfectly. The blur is happening as you see the audiences are also blurring into customers as well as professional purchasers. Devices, I've just started putting smartphone, tablet. They're all irrelevant these days. Most of my time, I buy through Amazon. Many purchases happen on Amazon, including oil. If I want to buy Idayam Nalanai, I buy in Amazon. Why waste time? Because I know the product. It's branded. I know what it is, what the content is. Approximately 5-10 rupees, it might vary here and there. Who cares? But for me, time, right? So everything is happening in your mobile, and everything is driven in a fast pace. That at 1 o'clock I order in the night, and night 8 o'clock it gets delivered the next day within less than 12 hours or 13 hours, 15 hours, depending on where you live. Promise 2 hours delivery. Big promises 2 hours express delivery. 2 hours, guys. From the time you click buy, 2 hours express delivery. That's the speed at which the business is growing. So because of which also a lot of digital devices are evolving, like smartwatches. They're connected. You answer, you type text from your smartwatches. The connect machines are connected today, right? POS machines are connected. So everything is taking real live data. Digital platforms, it keeps growing. I don't know tomorrow what is the new platform that will come in. Today, the control for platform for all these companies, be it Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Apple, Facebook, they want to control the platform, because once you control the platform, you control your audience, you reach out to your customers. Today, the fight for the platform is equal to the fight for the operating system that happened 15 years back or 20 years back with Microsoft and Red Hats, and I even forgot those companies now. It's too very old to remember.
Unix.
But still, I work with those companies, so I forgot even that. So that's how the phase is going. The media is all pervasive. Technology, again, evolving each day. You might call something there yesterday, and you might call something today, and tomorrow you might call something there. That's why I said, doesn't matter whether you call it today artificial intelligence or super intelligence tomorrow, doesn't matter. But it is about automation and some self-learning piece, which is automatic and artificially knowledgeable systems, is here to stay. All this results in one big problem and one big challenge and one big opportunity, whichever way you look at it. It depends on which way you look at it. The lens that you wear decides what it is being presented to you. A big amount of data, loads and loads and loads of data. If you're able to, go through the clutter of the data and able to pick up things from those data. When I say things, I'm specifically using the word things because we'll talk about what are those things. The content that is being generated by this big data can help you actually help your own customers to identify what they really want. Because with the choices that are made and then thrown around as a customer, I'm also confused. I don't know what I want. To be honest, yes. I don't know whether to choose a Saffola rice bran oil or a Saffola gold or a Adani Wilmar's oil or a other brand oil. I don't know. What's the difference? When I choose an extra virgin olive oil, I don't know which brand to choose. Many brands claim from Spain, many brands claim from Italy. Which one to choose? Some of them are homegrown. Is there a difference? I wouldn't know. So the content, reinforcement, the advertisements, testimonials, all digital. We're talking all digital. Okay? Talk about that and keep reinforcing the brand strategy and my preferences towards it. The biggest challenge here with this multiplicity of the medium, multiplicity of the data flowing in is for the marketer is the quantum of data that needs to be analyzed and the speed and the quality in which it needs to be interpreted and be thrown as an actionable point to the marketer. We're talking about millions of TBs of data flowing in. It's impossible for the human mind to comprehend, sort, analyze, and decide. You can do that, but you'll be analyzing in 2025 of what happened in 2020. That's the kind of data we're talking about. You will not be able to successfully generate. The speed would be missing. So what is this black hole that we're talking about, the digitally cluttered mind? Marketing has to be powered by an automated tool that has a self-learning built in itself. People are wondering, what is AI? What is AI? Can I see some references of AI? I'm just very, very basic parts of AI. Because for people who are wondering still what an AI can do for you and how does it reflect in your common life, the suggestions tabs on the right hand side that you get in your YouTube is powered by AI. Because you keep watching a particular content, whether it is a Carnatic music or a movie or an action or a big boss, you decide what you want to do. They'll keep coming. Intuitive suggestions keep coming in. People also buy. When you go to Amazon, people just give it back here, like in the bottom. People also bought. Do you want to buy? How does it know people all bought? Because there is a correlation between the two. First purchase and the second purchase, people at times, you think it's humanly possible to throw in a data live like that where for thousands and millions of users? Not at all, right? It needs a tool. And this is the tool that we're talking about. Google search. People also ask, advertisements, sponsored content. First advertisement mostly for Google is sponsored content. Why? It understands there is a market who's ready to pay me a content. This guy is searching for it. Let's say you search for a printer, you search for a mobile, you search for, let's say, Apple, it throws in Android. Why not you use Samsung S20? Why? It's equal to that. Why not you use this? LinkedIn. You go and search Ganesh Kumar Ramanathan, it tells in why not Manimaran Sundaram. Because it understands they both are studied in the same college, or it throws in my boss who might steal some of my job opportunities and walk away. Because we both are working in the same zone of expertise. Right? So it's dynamic, real time, and ever scaling. You keep putting every content, everything, it keeps answering here. Here, the digital marketing and the AI, a lot of people have a confusion. They are all a part of the same game. AI is a big part of the digital marketing strategy that you have. So it's not evolving something as a separate item. Definitely an item within the digital marketing strategy. But definitely powering your digital strategies. Your digital marketing is greatly getting influenced by this one single element in it, which is AI. And mainly, it helps the marketers to create strategies more efficiently. Customer touch points are today very different. I'm not going to go into touch points of these customers, your interactions, the purchases, support, post-support, returns, conversations. When I say conversations and decisions like here, we're not talking about conversations that's happening at that particular media of purchase. Like, for example, many years back, I was having a dinner with one of the presenters in the evening. Right? We were exploring the content. Today is my birthday and I want to go, hey, I put in say your birthday. In maybe 3 months before, I might have put in a comment, wow, such a nice rooftop restaurant. I would love to host my birthday. I would have put in a, let's say, a Facebook comment. Now today is my birthday and many friends are wishing me. And moment if I'm in the restaurant business, I could do the social conversation listening of people who are commenting about restaurants, and I will have you in my probable database and keep watching out for your conversations. From there, you posted, which you posted 3 months back. And moment a birthday comes in, a comment of the past gets related to and automatically throws in a suggestion. Why don't you host your party tonight, let's say at ABC restaurant, which is a rooftop restaurant. And that advertisement will keep calling you or rather popping up for you for the next day or so. How is this intuitively possible? And definitely, does it make sense? Is it privacy intrusion? No. I think this is a blur between the privacy intrusion. For the want of time, I wouldn't go there. But I think as an audience, it tells me. I told 3 months back, but my mind has forgotten that I wanted to host my party in that rooftop restaurant. It's great that somebody pops up. And as a reminder saying that, hey, Ganesh, you told that you might want to host your party there. Here is an offering, here is a reminder. To take it or not to take it is my choice again. Why bother too much about it? Why fret too much about it? That's intruding my privacy. Take it as a digital assistant that's reminding me. I think people should embrace technology in that attitude instead of being offensive that it is stealing my data. So pass data which is critical, hold it back, or create a digital strategy. One of my classmates used his date of birth as a very different date of birth than what he's actually born. But consistently, on that date, he uses for every social media. And he's been using for almost 15, 20 years. It's a good strategy. You guys are just coming up, so you might want to use this tidbits that I just thrown in and create a digital persona, which is nothing connected to your real persona. So, but holidays will pop up for the wrong days, guys. That's just a warning. I think Vishy touched about it. Because of the data that is throwing in, there are two major types. Reactive analysis happens and proactive analysis happens. Reactive analysis is divided into two parts. Descriptive analysis. What is happening? What happened? Post-reaction. It gives you, why did the customer choose this? How did the customer choose this? What did the customer choose this? Diagnostic analysis. How many did he buy? How many followers are clicking like on my tweet, on my social media? 10,000 views, 500 comments, etc., etc. How many pages, views? These are also required because when you run a campaign, you don't know what's happening, whether the people saw, people engaged. It's just not about digital. People might see. Are people reading it? Are people reacting to it? Moment people react to it, then your content is engaged. See, imagine I'm seeing a LinkedIn post, goes through it. I'm by clicking into it, I must have just read through it. I didn't react to it. By putting I like this, congratulations, etc., I'm engaging. But that doesn't still mean I'm going to click my buy. It's a tough world, guys, for the marketers. To make you like, make you engage, make you browse through the digital catalogs and then click buy, and then go there and then get competitive discussions, pricing, etc., etc., and then buy, and then the credit card or whatever payments that they're doing should go through, and then the delivery should happen on time, and this bugger should not return the material after getting the material because everybody offers 30 days free return. Imagine, tough life, isn't it? In a shop, you open it, the customer walks, you cut the bill, you give it to them. In a digital world, look at the complexity that it throws in. It's very difficult to make a customer buy. My span is limited. My attractions are more. Rather, distractions are more. Sorry. So you got to be very clear on top of the diagnostic analysis. When it comes to the predictive analysis that AI can do, it's predictive analysis. You commented on a birthday I want to host. Tomorrow is my birthday. I can predictively give you a perspective saying that why don't you host? How does it happen? Because it predicts, the analysis predicts based on the data. Tomorrow is my birthday, I might have tweeted it. Things get picked up and gets predicted to the marketer. Here is a customer base tomorrow who are all celebrating. Here are the 5,000 customers for you, probable customers for you celebrating birthday tomorrow. Okay, make a birthday offer. 10% off, 15% off, special signature dishes being rolled out. Sorry, excuse me. Prescriptive analysis. What should you do? We have identified this group. Let's say I have identified a group of 5,000 customers. What should I do? How do I sell it to them? That also comes in as a very predictive. I might need 5 more minutes, Professor Manimaran, to conclude this. I hope it is okay with you. Yeah, okay?
Yeah, okay, Ganesh.
Right. So today, AI can be in different formats. In different formats, whether it is hardware, which means it does what it is prescribed so. But that beats the purpose of AI, right? But then that's your business requirement, so you hardwire it. That particular activity needs to be automated with or without human intervention. Sometimes with human intervention and human intelligence coming in play to take a decision. Sometimes, many times, the idea of using AI is to automate the process. Now, you can have a first scenario. I think one is Priyadharshini needs to mute herself. If she can mute Priyadharshini.
See, participants, kindly mute yourself. Yes, Ganesh.
The other extreme is thanks, Mike. Yep. Other extreme is autonomous intelligence, where you define the scope for the AI to work upon. It learns by itself. It improves the tasks, the way in which it responds, the way in which it answers and manages the client data interactions, analytics, offers, content, everything is automated and thrown in for the customer. What all can AI do? AI can do multiple stuffs, right? It can handle your query, it can throw in the data, it can create content for you quickly, anything. And we'll talk about that. Putting AI to use as a strategic asset. The capabilities of AI is very, 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 very evolving and very pervasive. It's your imagination that limits the use of AI. Today, that's where we are. Our imagination, our capabilities limit the capabilities of AI because some of it are ever emerging. Augmented reality mixed with automated stuff. Machines can see and help customers really feel on the digital world. This is one area that's like going very fast in this year, thanks to the pandemic, because people can't step out and then go to the shops, right? So augmented reality throws in a lot and lot of the look and feel of what they are getting into, customers are getting into without moving from their seats. So that's becoming great as a growth area. Let's look at the first one. Not these are. I'm just talking about the top 3, 4, 5, right? So I'm not covering the entire perspective. We can keep talking the whole week. Online advertisement. Today, advertisements are being bought. So many advertisements. Cisco buys, Microsoft buys, Amazon buys, Google buys, etc., etc. And every company in the world keeps buying the slots, your digital slots. And they are all not bought by human people. Earlier auctions need to be bought by human people. Now today, machines decide. They give the budget. They feed the budget. They feed the digital segments that they want to do it. Based on it and budget allocation and impact and ROI, everything can be set. And most of the advertisement slots are being bought by AI. So basically, it's like you going there. I used to remember as a product manager 25 years back, I used to go see the particular billboard in Anna Sala and say, okay, I like this portion. Let us buy this billboard. Negotiate over a week's time, then sign in with Sellwell and contract, etc. Those kind of companies that used to run the billboards. No, nobody has time. All of it being bought. If Sellwell does not have an asset being taken, Sellwell will offer it online auction, and somebody has to be online to buy that billboard and take it on. That's it. Automatic. And similarly, today, earlier it used to be billboards. Today, these are digital assets. Amazon, in its front banner, will say this banner is costing 15 lakhs for 2 days. Take it, leave it, and that will open, and nobody will take it, maybe for example. But at 11:50 in the night, they will offer an auction. Okay, 25% off. Immediately, automatically, bots will buy and then take it out and go. AI-powered bots. So somebody would have said and think, okay, I don't want to buy it, let's say $7,000. I want to buy it at $5,000. That's my budget. If $5,000 Amazon offers, go and initiate an automatic buying. And after that automatic buying, you do X. We'll talk about it. So programmatic advertising is pervasive here. It helps business to reach out to the targets quickly. Why? Personalized user experiences also are really, really the content that gets developed here. AI knows even before you utter a word that this guy likes this guy doesn't like this, because the amount of spend that you spent on looking at a particular web page helps them understand what kind of a products you have done. And then it is not one day that you are always on, right? And then you're leaving trails and trails of data for the AI to pick up. That for a marketer is an amazing tool. Amazing analytics come out of that. While you are looking at your what to buy, sweater to buy, mobile to buy, shoes to buy, respective marketers are collecting the data for you. They don't know who you are, but then digitally they know who you are. You are a digital asset to them. You're a digital customer to them. Because of which, when you come next time to look at, let's say you look at Adidas today, tomorrow you want to buy a Reebok, day after tomorrow Nike will throw an ad when you're browsing your mobiles or your programs, saying that the best running shoes possible. Highly personalized contents are available. You want running will come in. Tomorrow you want, let's say, hiking, the hiking shoe will come in. How is it possible? Shoes, I understand, but then is it possible? Yes, because you're leaving the trail of data. Looking at the page itself, it tells you how many minutes you've spent in the page. Which means this guy is interested. How many minutes you scrolled? What are the other options you consider? Everything becomes entire marketing demographics gets captured completely, including devices that you use and location that you use. So if I'm looking from Sajapur Road in Bangalore, my Sajapur Nike store address might even come in. That's the precision possible, personalization possible, actionable event possible from a marketing. Chatbots. Today I will go into that. Night 1 o'clock, do you think some bugger will be awake talking about, sir, this product is better, that product is better? All are driven by today chatbots. And today, more importantly, better chatbots, which are powered by AI, are driving the conversations with the customer. Like you will not even know sometimes that you're talking to a chatbot. Many times you will not know. Today, since I'm from a technology company, I know the chatbot powered by AI is driving it. But for a general customer, let's say my father goes in and then does it, he will be thinking that somebody is offering a personal assistance. Wow. And many customers are digitally naive that way. So chatbots even can talk humanly. You must have seen the Siri advertisement or rather the presentation that happened. It talked like as a presenter. I have a headache. It says, okay, take care, right? It even suggests your appointments, your personal assistants. Let's not go there. I mean, that's a different topic, right? But then stick with the marketing. The AI can pursue the customers with very high personalization and with automated follow-ups. This customer was about to buy but didn't buy, but just keep following it up. You never in a physical world you will be able to achieve that. Content generation, as I talked about it, right? You bought a content at 11:50 in the night. You bought a digital asset thrown by Amazon, let's say at 11:50 in the night. At 11:50, can you wake up your marketing people, your advertisement creators, etc.? No, they would have the pre-sampled, pre-approved assets, digital assets ready. Then AI just puts everything together and creates a content based on the target audience, based on the asset that has just been bought. We talked about automatic buying of spaces, etc. It can write contents, it can create contents for you. And guys, we're not talking about any futuristic here. We're talking about things that are happening currently. Forbes use it. AP uses it. Associated Press uses it. They don't write every content, right? And the quickness, what it implies for you as a marketer, tomorrow's marketer, is the speed at which you can respond to your customers. You have an event happening, generate a content automatically about it. Bring in some 4 or 5 past contents. Imagine who do you think will be searching? In 1993, Modi said this. No. Or 1993, Trump said this. Nobody has a clue. But it all is picked up by the AI references and then brought in relevance to the current content that you're creating. This is used by a lot of newspapers of searching the past database and giving relevance. This person also spoke like that. So that you have a content relevance. So the objective is that you give most relevant content to the customer at the fastest speed possible. E-commerce, I think I would conclude my discussion and point with this point. Everybody knows e-commerce, but then this is majorly disrupting the e-commerce world. AI, it's gearing up very, very fast, and it's reshaping each moment. So this slide is already old. If you want to really understand this slide is already old because there are another 5 other trends that got kickstarted by the AI in the real world. You have a Google Lens, you point out. It shows what product is. Oh, this product is from so-and-so company. Oh, it's available in Amazon. Do you want to buy? Okay, it's okay. I have a comparison between Flipkart, and Amazon. You have a price. Amazon seems to be the cheapest. Do you want to buy? Click, one click buy. In many other countries, there is no authentication of credit cards and other things like that. You put buy, it goes in automatically debiting your credit card number. That's it. Already your credit cards are stored in the website, right? So once you press buy, it's gone. You can't think OTP will come, no OTP and all. India only is so very safe haven for many things. So, but then the speed at which you can buy it, you forget it, it gets delivered automatically home at your doorstep. That's the speed at which the world is moving. So this also is a jolt for people who are thinking that I will do tomorrow, I will do today, later part of the day I will do it. No, it's already gone. Customer is gone. E-commerce sales is like that moment predicted 5 moments ago. That's the most important point, guys. This moment has to be predicted already, because you need to know what is this customer going to buy for within minutes, within seconds of he coming into your web page, and proactively tell him, and proactively look at your pricing from the competitive side. So you know that Amazon adjusts its prices accordingly. If Flipkart drops a price, Amazon drops the price automatically. There is no manual intervention. There are levers that are set, 10%, 5%, etc. It drops the price, automatically matches Flipkart's price and throws the best price for you as a customer. You don't have to jump around and see what is Flipkart price. Many hot categories have this price comparison. Maybe slow moving items might not have it, but then hot items have it. Mobile phones, for example, TVs, for example. fast-moving items. They are compare model to model. That's how AI is helping you to do that. From image recognition to suggestive sales techniques, automatic price assurances, alternative choices. You don't like this? Okay, don't go. I have another one, because it knows what you're looking for. Obviously, ends up in very high chance of you buying. So AI is going to be all pervasive, guys. Whether you eat a soup from a restaurant or you are passing a bridge tomorrow, the bridge will analyze your car. Okay, car is going towards, let's say, south of downtown, the south of downtown, and I searched for it, let's say, a mobile phone before I driving south. So maybe I'm going for a mobile phone purchase physically, or I looked at a restaurant. It might throw in saying, hey, the type of restaurant you chose, a Chinese restaurant. You're searching for a Chinese restaurant half an hour back. You started your car and you're moving downtown, let's say south direction. Here are the Chinese restaurants in South. I'm telling you guys, these are happening as we speak today. They are not out of fiction stories. The cars are connected. The roads are connected. Tomorrow, there'll be no toll booths. Already India is discussing about removing the toll booths, because electronic toll booths automatically built in the car will come in. Of course, shopping, even looking at, I think even we had one of the, I forgot the companies, even looking at your house for rent or house for buying can be done with automatic intelligence videos, VR and augmented realities. All happening and everything, including powered meters. We can keep talking about it endlessly about it. Do not fear the rise of the machines. They are not there to threaten you. Embrace them. Understand them. Leverage them. More importantly, leverage them. These are digital assets here to stay. You call them artificial intelligence, you call them some other intelligence, doesn't matter. These automations, these power tools are going to hasten up your life. They're going to propel the customer's choices. They're going to decide who's successful and who is not successful. So embrace them and don't be left behind, right? It is going to be a world powered by AI, guys. Welcome to the new world. It's reality and it's here, and it is here to stay for a decade or so. Sorry, I took longer time than given, but I thought I would give a little overview for the students to understand and comprehend, Professor Manimaran, that
Yes,
they can put this
Ganesh.
into use. Instead of giving very disoriented topics, I thought I'll give them what an AI can do for a marketer. Leave it for the imagination of the students of what else can be done, right? And how else can AI be powering them. And as I said, guys, this is not exhaustive. This is only very small suggestive portion of what AI can do for you. Thank you very much, guys, for your attention.
Okay, Ganesh, first of all, thanks for your energy level. We could see your energy level constant right from the beginning of the session. Now, I take this opportunity to welcome Dr. Madhavan, Professor and Head, Manoormani Sundaranari University, Mr. Vasant Jaybal from CAMPS, Durai Jaikar from Ahmedabad, Dr. Gurunathan, Dr. K. Amuda. Thanks for your presence. A lot of questions are there. I think, yeah, Madhavan, you want to say something,
Yeah.
Dr. Madhavan?
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for giving the invitation to us and listen to the two dignitaries on the dais.
Thank you, Professor Madhavan. Even you are not new to PSNA. We had a chance of we had your session in PSNA also. Okay, both Vishy and Ganesh, I had received a lot of questions from students, but time constraint. There is only one question. With that, we'll close the session. Vishy, are you there? I think Vishy is there. Okay, Ganesh also is here. Ganesh, there is one interesting question. Sir, present day, consumers are getting complicated with a lot of technologies and platforms. So do you think it is a boon or bane? This is a question from one student. Ganesh?
Sure. Vishy, you want to take it or should I take it?
I think Vishy is not active. Ganesh, you can go ahead. We'll finish off the session with this.
I would like to put this, as I said, it depends on the lens that you're looking at. If you're a marketer, you can't be taking any customer trend as a bane. Everything is a boon. You don't have any choice, because customers are not asking you whether I should change or not. Customer is driven by the industry change by the technology change, by his own perceptions, by his own options. You have no control. Let's say I talk about saying it is a bane. What will you do? You can't do anything as a marketer, right? So that's why I concluded my topic. Say, don't fear the rise of machines. Embrace them. You can't avoid it. When it is inevitable, you got to embrace it. Embrace it and leverage it. See, what you take out of that technology shifts. Technology shifts are bound to happen, right? If you're a marketer, I would want that person to come out and change his perception. Change is going to be the most constant factor. As a marketer, you got to realize it first and embrace it first and acknowledge it first. With the moment you acknowledge it, then you're open to most of the technologies that's happening around, shifts that are happening. And AI or a digitally cluttered world, digitally cluttered mind is bound to be more and more and more. Today you are cluttered by 100, tomorrow you'll be cluttered by 2000. And you will still be able to thrive and think in the 2000. That's the specialty of the human mind. Now, for my father gets confused with the kind of a multitasking that I'm doing. I used to wonder, my father used to get a file in his room. Somebody comes and delivers a file to him. He will sign with the green ink. He will use a pen, green ink. Even if it's a blue pen, he will keep down, take the type, green ink, sign it. That much of time he had. And he will read that file only. If I sit across to him, he will not talk to me. He will read the file. The file is completed, read and signed. Single tasking. I used to wonder when I joined in 96, 97. I think we are living in a crazy world. My father used to sign, do one activity. And I'm talking about 96, okay, guys. Now today, I bite into 20 stuffs, 10 of which I might never complete. That's perfectly okay. But 10 I might complete with more depth. But 10 I will complete it. That's the biggest multitasking that's happening. So there is no cluttering. There is nothing called bane over here. People get adapted to using multiple stuff simultaneously, concurrent usages, concurrent display of habits and trends. So as a marketer, leverage this trait, leverage this technology shift, leverage this customer shift. And so this question will become not irrelevant at that point in time. Once you acknowledge this change cannot be stopped and the change is ever evolving.
Okay, thank you, Ganesh. So dear students, as Ganesh said, we have to embrace the technology. Only with that, we can live and enjoy. You will have a pleasure of experience in marketing. Okay. With this, thank you, Ganesh. Thank you, Vishy, for all your valuable time. Over to Lavanya for thanks.
Thanks for the opportunity. I'm really thankful, Professor Manimaran and Dr. Madhavan and Vishy, if you're able to hear us, and Vasant, if you're able to hear us. Thank you very much for joining. I really appreciate your time. And it's a humbling experience speaking to you guys, and looking forward to speaking to you maybe in person after the pandemic subsides.
Oh, Professor Vikraman sir also is there. Thank you, Vikraman sir. A professor from Anna University is here.
Okay.
Thank you, Vikraman sir. Yes, over to Lavanya.
So thank you so much, sir, for your enlightening words. We really able to understand that it is not a clutter and it is an opportunity for us. Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable information. Thank you, Vishweshwaran, sir. Sir, we can end this program here, and we are starting our presentation by 11 o'clock. So students can join as per their group. We'll start by 11, sir.
Thank you, audience. Thank you, Ganesh. Thank you, Vishy.
Yep.
Thank you, Vikraman sir, and thank you, Madhavan. Thank you, students and other participants. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.